Welcome to the RSU 14 Wyndham Raymond School District Board of Directors meeting. The date is June 16th, 2021, and the time is 6:30. May I have a roll call, please?
Kate Brix.
Present.
Jenny Butler.
Present.
Jenny Cummings. Marge Gavoni.
Here.
Pete Hensler.
Here.
Anna Keeney. Kate Levier.
Here.
Scott McLean. Christina Small.
Here.
And for the last time, Molly Cochran.
Here.
That was so bittersweet. Any adjustments to the agenda?
There is one adjustment to the agenda that was sent to the board this afternoon and was also published on our website. And those are the results of a couple of lease bids that came in this afternoon. One for 3 school buses and the other for a couple of vans. And so the board has those correct numbers. There were placeholders in the agenda that was sent out, but other than that, there are no other changes.
Thank you. Now it's time for public input, an opportunity for the public to comment on items that are not on the agenda.
Madam Vice Chair,
Yes?
forgot the pledge.
After all of that, I was so mesmerized by your background. Will you all please join us with the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Now we'd like to recognize a board member, Kate Levier, who we are thrilled won her 2nd term for the Board of Directors, and we're very happy to have her return. She's been sworn in. She's a very valuable member of our board and contributes greatly. And I'm so happy to see your face on the Brady Bunch here. So thank you for joining us again in another 3 years. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next up is student representative recognition. We'd like to recognize Molly Cochran, who has been with us for 2 years on the board. First of all, I want to thank Molly. You have really been the voice of students, particularly at the high school. And we really welcome student voice. And you brought a great perspective on so many issues that we discussed. And really, you provided invaluable information. So I am so grateful that you were willing to share your time with us on Wednesdays. And we wish you well in future endeavors. I have to say, at graduation, you did a great job. I did not realize, honestly, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you have been student president for that class for 4 years. Is that correct?
Yeah, the last 4 years. So.
That's pretty amazing, and that just speaks to your leadership. So we are so grateful again for your time and wish you well in your future endeavors, and good luck.
Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity to get to be on the board. It was great. So thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, if I could just jump in for a second,
Sure.
I just wanted to share how proud I was also of Molly on Sunday with her speech. And I was just thinking back to a very nervous person at the end of her sophomore year at the Raymond Broadcast Modular, who came and met with us and was getting ready to start as the representative. And just Molly, to watch you grow and to see you mature and to see your confidence level build. You have, as Ms. Brix said, you have been an outstanding representative for the students. But to see a young woman on stage speak to, I don't know, 1,800 people with such confidence, it made us pretty proud. So congratulations, best of luck with everything. And you've done a nice job representing the students at Wyndham High School.
Thank
Good
you
luck,
so
Molly.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And now,
Oh, and I was just gonna go ahead and introduce to the board the next person who will be filling in for Molly's spot, and that is Mr. Al Potter, who I think has a fan club here with the Al Potter Productions t-shirt that Patricia's wearing. But to officially introduce Al to you tonight, he will begin as the student rep in August.
Welcome, Al. We're excited to have you join us, and we know that you'll provide great insight for high school students. So welcome aboard.
Thank you. I'm really excited for the opportunity.
Great. Moving on, it is our distinct honor to acknowledge RSU 14 retirees for this year. I'd like to read their names, and a couple of them have joined us. Patricia Valley, 8th grade teacher, Jordan Small Middle School. Joyce Whidden, grade 2 teacher, Wyndham Primary School. Lisa Smith, Ed Tech 3 PE teacher, Raymond Elementary School. Kimberly McBride, assistant principal, Wyndham Middle School. Esther Nelson, custodian, Wyndham Middle School. Linda Mitchell, custodian, Wyndham High School. Teresa Landers, special ed, Tech 3, Manchester Elementary School. Henry Keisman, district-wide facilities maintenance. All of you provided a wonderful service to our RSU community, and we are just so grateful that we're able to honor you here tonight.
And I'll just jump in just for a second. For all of our retirees, it represents a little over 168 years of service to RSU 14. And we also had a new addition with a retirement yesterday with Donna Rice from Manchester Elementary School. So adding one more. But for Kim and Patricia, I've had the opportunity to work both of you for a long, long time and get to know you well. Definitely big fans of what you've done for students here in RSU 14. Patricia with 8th grade language arts and getting to know you at time of consolidation, actually before consolidation. And Kim, actually through Gifted and Talented and all the work that you did shepherding that over the years, and then moving into Wyndham Middle School assistant principal. And then also what many people don't know is that Kim helped do some of the visioning back on Wyndham High School back in, I think, Kim, the late 90s, and really had those ties. But both individuals really providing and giving back to the RSU. And as I shared, Patricia, with you at your little retirement recognition, and definitely with you, Kim, both of you always put students first and always had students' best interests in mind when you made decisions. And whenever there was a time to recognize, you always pushed the kids ahead of you. And we're sorely going to miss both of you and the talent and the years of service. And we know that you've got some fun things planned, but please don't be strangers. We want to see you around.
Thank you. It's been an honor and a pleasure to work for RSU 14 all these years, but I'm not going too far. I'm looking forward to continuing on with the Wyndham Middle School Building Committee.
Very good. Oh, thank you. It's a privilege to have worked in Jordan Small so long. And when we became part of RSU 14, it just felt like a larger family with shared vision and more energized. It's been a wonderful ride, and I'd do it again if I had the energy. Thank you.
Thank you both for joining us. It really meant a lot that you took the time to be with us this evening, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Let's move on to appointments. May I have a motion, please?
I move to approve the following appointments for the 2021-2022 school year. Rebecca Cuniff, grade 2 teacher, Wyndham Primary School, Bachelor 0, salary $40,709.72. Felicia Delcourt, grade 1 teacher, Wyndham Primary School, Bachelor's 5, $47,659.13. Molly Rucker, kindergarten teacher, Wyndham Primary School, Bachelor 0, $40,709.72. Catherine Dennis, grade 4 teacher, Manchester, Bachelor's 4, $46,120.31. Autumn Cook, grade 8 teacher, Wyndham Middle School, Master's 9, $57,566.70. And Abigail Merriam, special education teacher, Wyndham Middle School, Bachelor's 1, $41,770.62.
Second.
Any public comment? Any board discussion? All those in favor?
Kate Brix,
Yes?
Jenny Butler,
Yes.
Marge Gavoni,
Yes.
Pete Hensler,
Aye.
Kate Levier,
Yes.
Scott McLean,
Yay.
Christina Small.
Yes.
Thank you. A motion for the budget referendum results, please. All those in
Move.
favor, how about that? Did we
I'm-
already do that? Am I
What's
like
that?
so confused tonight? We
He-
did it, right?
We're
Mr.
all
Howell just
good.
went- Mr. Howell just went through the tally.
Holy moly. Listen
All
out.
right.
I'm usually in better control right now, so you're not getting a good taste. Pete, would you please have a motion?
Absolutely. I move to vote that the computation and declaration of votes dated and attached hereto be and here is hereby approved. Further, that the computation and declaration of votes be entered upon the records of Regional School Unit 14, the Regional School Unit. Further, a certified copy of the computation and declaration of votes be sent to each of the municipal clerks within the Regional School Unit.
Second.
Any public comment or discussion? All those in favor?
Kate Brix,
Yes?
Jenny Butler,
Yes.
Marge Gavoni,
Yes.
Pete Hensler,
Aye.
Kate Levier,
Yes.
Scott McLean,
Yay.
Christina Small.
Yes.
Thank you. A motion for warrants for assessments, please.
I move that the warrant for assessment of tax and assessment schedule and notice of installments for each member municipality prepared by the treasurer for fiscal year July 1, 2021 to June 30, 2022 be approved and issued in the form present to this meeting, and that the treasurer be authorized and directed to deliver each member municipality its warrant for assessment of tax and its assessment schedule and notice of installments.
May I have a second?
Sorry. Second.
It's not just me. I feel better.
It's the Kate tonight. It's Kate's
It's
tonight.
the Kate night, right?
We're off.
Any public comment? Any board discussion? All those in favor?
Kate Brix,
Yes?
Jenny Butler,
Yes.
Marge Gavoni,
Yes.
Pete Hensler,
Aye.
Kate Levier,
Yes.
Scott McLean,
Yay.
Christina Small.
Yes.
May I have a motion on policies, please?
Yeah, I move to approve the second reading of GBM policy, earned paid leave for non-unionized employees.
Second.
Any public comment? Any board discussion? All those in favor?
Kate Brix,
Yes?
Jenny Butler,
Yes.
Marge Gavoni,
Yes.
Pete Hensler,
Aye.
Kate Levier,
Yes.
Scott McLean,
Yay.
Christina Small.
Yes.
Thank you. And another motion, please?
I move to approve the second revised reading of IKF policy for graduation.
Second.
Any public comment? Any board discussion? All those in favor?
Kate Brix,
Yes?
Jenny Butler,
Yes.
Marge Gavoni,
Yes.
Pete Hensler,
Aye.
Kate Levier,
Yes.
Scott McLean,
Nay.
Christina Small.
Yes.
Thank you. May I have a motion for lease purchase of school buses?
I move that the resolution entitled Resolution to Authorize Lease Purchase of 3 new school buses and the principal amount of $297,000 be adopted in form presented to this meeting, and that a copy of said resolution be filed with the minutes of this meeting. It is 3 2022 Bluebird Visions Type C gas engine from O'Connor GMC Incorporated, Augusta, Maine, and Androscoggin Bank, Lewiston, were the low responsible bidders.
Second.
Thank you. Any public comment? Or discussion? All those in favor?
We
I'm
have-
sorry, I didn't see you. Go ahead.
Chris, we're going with regular gasoline and not diesel.
We've been slowly moving over and purchasing gas buses. A couple things we're finding is we're getting similar gas mileage. We are also maintenance wise, it takes 8 quarts of oil versus 40 quarts of oil for the diesel engines. The other thing that it's doing is because of the amount of emissions controls that are required on diesel engines, there's less downtime because of our mechanics having to chase sensors. So the ones that we have purchased over the past year have proven to be great. And the other thing with the drivers, they're quieter. And we have had some great success.
Interesting. Do they make bucket trucks out of gasoline too?
I'm going to guess that they do.
We'll have to look
And
at-
the other thing is that if we have to replace an entire engine, it's far cheaper and our mechanics actually can drop in a whole engine versus having to send out something to be rebuilt for the diesels. It's actually better long-term wise for the district to head in this direction.
Excellent. Thank you.
And I'll just also add the interest rate on these was 1.51%.
Great. Any other board discussion? All those in favor?
Kate Brix,
Yes.
Jenny Butler,
yes,
Marge Gavoni,
Yes,
Pete Hensler,
Aye.
Kate Levier,
Yes.
Scott McLean,
Yay.
Christina Small.
Yes.
Thank you. Another motion for lease purchase of school vans, please.
I move to authorize the superintendent to enter into the financing agreement for the lease purchase of the awarded bid for 2 2022 Kia Carnival LX school vans through Bill Dodge Auto Group. One at $37,631.50 at 1.48% fixed, amortized over 3 years at an annual cost of $12,728.57, and one at $35,136.50 at 1.48% fixed, amortized over 3 years at an annual cost of $11,884.65, should that be in the best interest of the district pursuant to 20A MRSA subsection 40013 in the format presented through competitive bidding. Bill Dodge Auto Group, Westbrook, and Androscoggin Bank, Lewiston are the low responsible bidders.
Second,
Thank you. Any public comment? Board discussion? All those in favor?
Kate Brix,
Yes.
Jenny Butler,
yes,
Marge Gavoni,
Yes,
Pete Hensler,
Aye.
Kate Levier,
Yes.
Scott McLean,
Yay.
Christina Small.
yes.
May I have a motion, please, for administrator contract?
I move to approve the employment agreement for Superintendent Christopher Howell at the salary of $143,582, which also extends the contract to June 30th, 2024.
second,
Any public comment? Board discussion? All those in favor?
Kate Brix,
Yes.
Jenny Butler,
yes,
Marge Gavoni,
happily yes,
Pete Hensler,
Aye.
Kate Levier,
Yes.
Scott McLean,
Yay.
Christina Small.
Yes.
Thank you. Report of the secretary.
I move to approve the minutes of the June 2, 2021 meeting.
second,
Public comment? Board discussion? All those in favor, please?
Kate Brix,
Yes.
Jenny Butler,
yes,
Marge Gavoni,
yes,
Pete Hensler,
Aye.
Kate Levier,
Yes.
Scott McLean,
Yay.
Christina Small.
Yes.
Thank you. Committee reports. Finance, anything? Pete?
Finance has not met recently, no.
Okay, facilities, Scott?
Facilities has not met, but do you want me to move into Wyndham Middle School Building Committee?
Sure.
So we have been very busy. We have had quite a few meetings. We have narrowed down our 4 finalists down to 2, CHA and LaValle and Bernstein.
Messenger.
The messenger, thank you. We have toured 2 schools, and we have a second final interview tomorrow with LaValle, and then we have a second final interview with CHA on, is it Tuesday, Chris?
Monday.
It is Monday, okay. So, and then I believe next Wednesday, we will be able to present our recommendation to the board.
That's
Did I miss
great.
anything?
Great. Thanks, Scott. Policy is not met. Technology, Christina, anything?
Yes, so our last meeting was actually rescheduled due to the half days we had because of the heat wave, and I wasn't actually able to attend, but I do have an update. The committee met on June 9th as a full group, and each subcommittee had the opportunity to report out on what had been done to date. So the Curriculum and Standards Subcommittee has been working on how we can integrate the ISTE standards, which is International Society for Technology and Education, into the curriculum at each grade level. So like rather than tech being something that needs to be taught in addition to math, science, social studies, it's weaved into the curriculum, discussing, how we can teach it alongside traditional subjects. Publicity and marketing has been discussing the ways in which we use technology to communicate with parents in the community. Currently, we have a couple different tools that we use, like Seesaw at the lower levels. We use Google Classroom, we utilize listservs, things like that. And they suggested that we instead could find a single tool that meets all of our needs. So in the future, they're actually going to set up a demo of something called Parent Square, which is an app-based communication tool that can be used by teachers and parents and admins. The idea being that it has the opportunity of simplifying communication where it's all in one place. And then the last 2 subcommittees, hardware and software, as well as professional development and training, have each created a survey for staff, which I mentioned last time. So those are completed, they just need to be combined. And it's in regards to like what and how technology is used across the district, and how fluent the staff is with using it. We can use that information in the future to help drive budget decisions as well as future PD offerings. And we were originally planning on sending out the survey in June, but it was decided to hold off until August to make sure that we're aligned with the strategic plan, and also give everyone a bit of a break after a particularly challenging year. And our next meeting will be August 25th.
Excellent. Thank you. I think that's it. Is there anybody else? Committee? Did I miss anybody? Okay. Move on to superintendent report, please.
Sure. So a couple things to share with the board and to share with the public, especially now as we're starting to wind down. So last day for B cohort was last Friday. Last day for A cohort was on Monday. Kids had their half days and then have left and headed off for the summer. Just want to say a big thank you to the community and to the high school staff for the graduation at Cross Arena. It was nice to be back in person again for a graduation ceremony, and the first time I think that class has been together since last year. So for them to be able to march in, spend some time, though it was a little different than the traditional ceremony, it was nice to have that back. So some semblance of normalcy starting to come back with some things. But we're also in the process now of closing out the books financially on this year. Our new auditors came and were in the office last week and had their initial visit, a very successful visit, had a chance to provide them all the information that they need. And we're off to a great start. They will be back in August to audit out our books once again for the year-end close. But again, a great start with R.H. Smith. School opening, I think the community saw the email that I sent out, I think it was last Friday, after the announcement by the governor, but that on June 30, the state of emergency will no longer be in existence. And also, as far as the fall goes, any social distancing requirements have now been repealed and are not requirements. And so being able to, after all the discussions we've had this year, make it far, far easier for RSU 14 to be able to open. The other thing that I included in my email, which is pretty similar to some districts around us, CDC still recommends people who are not vaccinated to wear a mask, but at this point, we will not be making that a requirement, nor is it a requirement for the fall moving forward. And we know vaccinations are on the horizon for some of our younger students. It has been nice to see case numbers drop. However, as all of you saw the last couple of days of school, we did have a couple of cases. So we know COVID's still in our community. And you know, we're pushing for and hoping for that those numbers continue to drop, but we are fully prepared in the fall for no social distancing, and at this point, no masks unless something radically changes with public health heading into the fall. The last thing I want to mention with that executive order, which expires June 30th, under that executive order that allows boards such as this to meet remotely, with that order being repealed, will be officially 30 days after the end of that. So officially in August, the board will be back to in-person meetings, and really starting to take a look at that first meeting in August. Will either be in the Raymond Broadcast Modular or back over at Wyndham Town Council Chambers. And that's about it, other than I just want to echo what Scott said. We're pretty excited at the Wyndham Middle School Building Committee as we're starting to zero in on an architectural firm. And I think we will be more than ready to have a recommendation to the full board, an enthusiastic recommendation. We're seeing some exciting things and really starting to dream. And I think the new Wyndham Middle School is going to be an outstanding asset to these communities. So I'm not going to talk about spring sports because I'm going to guess maybe in some board roundtable we might hear a few things about that. So I'm going to skip over that.
Let's jump right into board roundtable. Who wants to go first? I'll go. I too want to echo Chris's comments about graduation. It was really fantastic to see all the students together on the floor. And the part that I really loved, in years past, they would hold a separate event for the scholarships. But at graduation on Sunday, as the student came up, if they had received a scholarship, it was announced in front of the whole crowd. And I just love that acknowledgement was made to all of the students, but all of the parents as well. It was really wonderful to see. It was a wonderful, wonderful event to be in person and to see the parents there. It was fabulous. The high school administration, I think, just really did a stellar job. So I want to congratulate them as well. Anybody else? Jenny?
I attended the Katahdin graduation last week, and they did an excellent job. And it's learning in a different way, and every person is different. And so recognizing them is fabulous. I did attend the high school graduation at the Civic Center. It was wonderful to, as has been said, it's more normal. It's wonderful for that. Tomorrow night is the adult ed graduation, and I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you. I forgot about Katahdin. That is always such a special graduation. And for those who have never attended, a staff member stands up and speaks about their student, and they have very close relationships with their students. And it is so moving to hear these kiddos' stories, and it's a remarkable program. I was very moved. Anybody else? No? Shall we move into executive session, please? Scott?
Yep, coming. I move to approve going into executive session with the board and district attorney to discuss legal counsel pursuant to 1 MRSA subsection 4056E and not return to regular meeting.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Kate Brix,
Yes?
Jenny Butler,
Yes.
Marge Cavoni,
Yes,
Pete Hensler,
Aye.
Kate Levier,
Yes.
Scott McLean,
Yay.
Christina Small.
Yes.